shoot, hi. Hello. We're doing Stratosphere 94 today. It's Daybreak Week. Hope everyone's doing well. We've got Urine versus Churro going up first. Should be an exciting match. I'm deep, by the way. Hi. Right. So we're going to get into a warm-up here real quick. Now, Churro may be seated below Urine, but she is our music producer, so that does kind of give her an unfair advantage. Ooh, very cool spin from Churro there. Oh my god, Urine almost misdropping that TST, but finds the 180 in time. But Churro just has pressure. But yeah, should be a pretty tight match. Could go either way. Oh yeah, by the way, we are doing a giveaway. If you haven't seen the brand new HN keychain, which actually isn't that new, but yeah, we're selling keychains with our mascot Haven. But has a chance at getting one for free. Just type Haven into the chat. What have you got to lose? Anyway, getting into the real match here. First to 7. Urine, Churro, good luck. Classic PCO upstack from Churro versus a stick spin from Urine. Ooh. This is kind of a favorable well for both sides here. Alright, Urine had a bit of a unfortunate stack there. Urine finds their way down. Churro also in a pretty good spot, pretty neutral. Ooh, that's big pressure coming in from Churro. Doesn't quite have the kill with it though, and Urine just getting all that column 9 garbage and can't get to it fast enough. That's a point for Churro. Oh boy. Stall battle here. Yeah, that is looking rough for Urine. Oh boy. This is the experience of playing against Churro. That PCO upstack, if she gets the right garbage with it, it is game over. And she's so fast at it too. It's kind of terrifying to play against. Okay, let's see. You're in a tough spot. That Elmis drop is going to seal it, though. Oh boy. 0-3. Getting another stick spin. Churro wanted to go for the PCO upstack, but misdropped it. Urine has more pressure. Churro's kind of on the back foot here. Yeah, can't... Just a couple pieces away from the garbage there. Urine with the excellent pressure. 156 APM at the end there. All right. Yeah, both players really sticking to their guns in the opening phase. I totally respect it. Yeah, classic stick spin spike from Urine. Churro has delicious garbage. A sentence that only makes sense if you play Tetris, which this is not, by the way. Legally distinct stacker. Osk, please don't fire me. Oh yeah, Churro just gets into that garbage. I think given the nature of how these two players play in the opening phase, there's going to be a lot of wins decided by how quickly they can get to the garbage. I mean, that's kind of how it's played out thus far. Let's see, how's Urine gonna fix this kind of unhealthy upstack here? Ooh, that's quite a lot stacked over the garbage. Ro has the multiplier. Let's see if she can capitalize. Take that pressure and run with it. She does have a lot coming in here, yeah. Urine just does not have the board for it. Wanted to go for the Z-spin. But misheld. Alright, yeah. But Churro has a bit of an awkward board here, yeah. Didn't quite know what to do with that Q. Kind of unfavorable garbage for Urine here. Yeah, Churro, let's see here. Ooh. Churro delays that down stack by a little bit, but delays the combo to get through it. Just playing it safe, totally respectable. Urine with a slight misdrop, but Churro isn't quite ready to pressure. Ooh, misholds there. That would have been a big multiplier if she hadn't done that. But has a lot of clean that she's getting through right now. Urine has some cheese to deal with, and Churro, this is Churro's game to take here. But just cannot find the resolution to the height difference there. Oh yeah, and Urine absolutely was given an inch and took a mile. They're back to even. Combo coming in from Churro, but Urine manages to cancel it. Jagged board for Churro. Urine trying to build up a back-to-back chain here. Going to go for that Z prop to continue it. Interesting choice. Does not elect for the TSS there, interesting. But going to keep this going? Probably gonna skim here, yeah, that makes sense. Ooh, Churro has a fractal that she's trying to find the pieces for. Has to waste a T to get through it. Combos down instead, I definitely agree with that. Ooh, this is a tricky board for Urine, and Churro just has access to that garbage, but uses it to cancel. Not sure if that was the right decision, but yeah, another very much back to neutral. Churro has some clean. Let's see how she gets through it. Oh, Urine has a PCable board? Just kidding, we don't do those. Oh? Oh no! Churro flew a bit too close to the sun there. It tried to go for a combo extension that didn't really exist. I feel that. I think we've all been there. Very, very classic Tetrio player blunder. Oh no! So that J misdrop there, Churro should have been able to get out of that, but because the round went on for so long, the gravity margin time started to kick in, and she couldn't quite react to place the eyepiece to the left in time. Unfortunate. Ooh, misdrop from Churro, and that's probably going to be death. Urine makes fantastic use of these S and Z props. Mad Kiwi, that took me a second to understand. Oh my god, Perix? No way. Sorry, there's a whole match going on. My fault. This board from Urine is very good. Also, the speed, 3.1, 3.2 PPS? Oh my god. That is hard to deal with. Urine just really fell into a groove that round. Big comeback. It's so true, Bad Goblin. Oh man. I have no idea what opener that is. I have no idea what that was. Does anyone want to tell me what that was from Urine there? I have no clue what that was. That was awesome. Yeah, Urine was down 2-5 like a second ago. What is going on? This is big momentum. Love to see it. Okay, all right. Urine gets caught up in a bad position there. Churro capitalizes. Urine's not out of this though. Churro is not sitting pretty by any means. Oh, just kidding. Yeah, that opener was a little too greedy from Urine, and Churro capitalizes. So GG, 7-5. Very explosive rounds. I knew it was going to be a close one. Alrighty. I think we're looking at Carozzo versus Never Let Me Go. This is going to be an interesting one. Another adjacent seed matchup. Yeah, so if anyone has seen Carozzo play, they are a speed demon, just so fast. But yeah, Never Let Me Go is no sloth, that's for sure. No warm-up this time around, just getting right into it. First to 7. Alright, so we've got LST from a TKI Open versus Stick Spin, I think it was. Something like that. Yeah, already 4.5. This is faster than my sprint. Granted, I'm not that fast, but Jesus Christ, man. 270 APM. Average Carozzo gameplay. Good god. Like, what do you do against that? What is the counterplay? I don't understand. Alright, we've got some PCs coming in from Never Let Me Go. Just kidding, that was one singular PC, because Carozzo is playing at 25 pieces per second. Jesus Christ, dude. I'm sorry. I'm just... what is happening? What is going on? I'm sorry. I realize this commentary is extremely uninsightful. I'm just as surprised as you guys. I don't know. And like this is not my first time seeing Kuroto play. Like I've seen them many times. It's just it never gets old, man. It's like watching Westell play. Kuroto is like Westell Jr. All right. Yeah, another LST versus stick spin here. All right. Never let me go. Finding a way into that garbage. Finds a big multiplier. I don't know if Kuroto has a way out of that. Yeah. They had multiplier that they missed, I think, but it was going to be tough either way. But never let me go on the board now. Grace system opening. What a G. Grace system enjoyers. Rejoice. Oh my. Okay, that board was crazy from Never Let Me Go, but they managed to resolve it in the sickest fashion. Okay, this is still kind of chaotic. I don't know where this is going. Oh my god, the fact that they're one piece off at the end there from the downstack is hilarious. There was so much chaos. Yeah, Kuroto's on a bit of a roll here. As I say that, this is what the kids call commentator's curse, right? This is like I'm match fixing right now. This is great. Only it's not like that at all, but you know. That was a huge 19 spike from Never Let Me Go, and yeah, Kuroto just has one too many misdrops to kind of be able to counter that. MKO versus MKO. Kuroto with a very interesting T placement at the start there. Gonna give Never Let Me Go the upper hand for the beginning of the match here. But Kuroto is, again, playing at light speed, so it doesn't really have lasting implications. Ooh, how's good? Okay, yeah, I was wondering. There are a couple of ways for Never Let Me Go to resolve that stack there. I do like the C-spin. That was very clever. I think there was also an M-cross. Kuroto gonna mini TSS into that garbage there. Very, or I guess relatively defensive play from both of them right now. Both kind of trying to find their footing. The first few matches have been very chaotic, so I can understand not wanting to keep that going for the rest of the match. Kuroto, sorry, Never Let Me Go has a count to 6 here, and that's going to be devastating for Kuroto. All right, Never Let Me Go making a comeback here. Not sure if that was an opener from Kuroto. I guess that was just a miss soft drop, right? Anyway, sorry, I say that and they've placed 17 bags already. They're placing the pieces. How did I commentator's curse? They're placing the pieces. Right, I said that, and immediately Kuroto stops placing pieces and disconnects. That's kind of awesome, actually. If I specify that they're playing Tetrio, do they just like does this just turn into like a Valorant stream? Like what? That was awesome. That was really cool. Honestly, so good. Smash tourney. That's the aforementioned match fixing, I think. Yeah. No, you're so right, actually. Oh boy. Maybe I have to stop talking. You're right. This is I am the cause. I am the source. This is no good. All right, so I assume we're going to continue from 4-4. Significantly less unhinged than Hugh commentary. I think that's debatable, but I will also take that as a compliment. I mean, yeah. Alright, so we're gonna continue here from first to three. Yeah, I don't think Kuroto was gonna be winning that match where they DC'd, so. Alright. You have switched sides now. Just to confuse you guys a little bit more. I'm not projecting. Sorry, what even happened there? I didn't even. I'm sorry. Oh man. Okay, yeah, this is super clean from Never Let Me Go here. Yeah, just very textbook 5-4 stacking. Any 5-4 enjoyers in the chat? Yeah, no, it gets into the garbage, does not break back to back. Probably gonna have to break it here. We'll see. Yeah. There's maybe a way to keep it going, but against Kuroto, I think it's very respectable to want to just play safe, because Kuroto can materialize a full board spike out of thin air. Alright, yeah, tough position for Never Let Me Go there. Kuroto capitalizes. This is exactly what I'm talking about, right? Just that's kind of the benefit of playing fast, but also being good in addition to playing fast, which I think Kuroto absolutely fits the bill. Like, you can be on the back foot, and then the moment they give you some room to, some wiggle room, it is, full force recovery, spike, counter spike, it's Jover. Oh my god, almost a PC from Never Let Me Go. Gonna go fishing? Oh my god. Misses it completely? It's fine? Gone fishing? Oh boy, yeah. So Fractal coming in from Kuroto takes a while to get to that T piece there. Both pretty low to the board now. Ooh, Kuroto with that T misdrop and another unfortunate placement on that Z, forcing them to break back to back, but now they have a bunch of clean, and now it's Never Let Me Go on the back foot here. Ooh, this is tough. Yikes. Yeah, just couldn't find the answer in time. Had to make some hard decisions, and they just were not the right ones, unfortunately. Kuroto is the winner. 7-4. But yeah, as a reminder, we have a raffle going on. You have a chance to win one of our keychains with our mascot Haven. I have one myself. It is gorgeous. It has this what's the word? Like holographic effect with like flowers on the outside. It's very, very cool. And yeah, you have the chance to win one for yourself if you just type Haven in the chat. However, if you don't win, that's fine. You can always buy one for $10. Just gotta join the Discord. All the information's in there. The exclamation point Discord, even. Anyhow. Coming up next, we have Cold versus... I have no idea who this is. Udomyon? I don't know if this person frequents HN. I don't think so. Not that that's a bad thing. Always good to see new faces. But yeah, I this is on paper. This is a pretty one-sided match, but we'll see how it shakes out. Oh, Exusii. Thank you, Perix. In any case, I'll use the screen name just to be safe. Ooh, nice combo there from Urimion. Yeah, Coldless with this 4 PPS LST, gonna find a way into the garbage. Oh yeah, that is clean as a whistle. Do people say that? Am I old? I'm old. Right. TKI versus TKI. I'd love to see it. Never mind. do not love to see that. That was unfortunate from Coldless. Alright. I think that was like MS2 or something. I don't know. TDPC, perhaps. Okay, so a bit of a jagged board from Udemion. Let's see how they're going to deal with this. But, I mean, Coldless does not have much of anything on their board, so... And yeah, just continuing to misdrop quite a bit here, actually. Unfortunate. Does not get the chance to capitalize, but has this count to 6. And the Q just lines up perfectly. But it doesn't kill, so this is kind of good for Udemion. Ooh. Takes a bit to get... yeah. It was just a little bit too slow from Udemion there. Kind of got bursted at the end there. I don't know what that opener is, but that was so cool. Is that number 1? Is that what that is? I don't know. No, never mind. I don't know what that is. I don't know. I just said a word. I don't know if... I don't know what I'm saying. Also, was that a Miss PC? I think it might have been. Anyway. Okay, these builds from Udemion are insane. Like, they did, like, 5 things there that were just so cool, and I didn't get to comment on any of it. It was just happening so fast. I love that SZ foresight from Udemion there. Hold us with a TST. Probably going to use this to start back-to-back. I mean, they have a 7-2 that was kind of just handed to them. Oh yeah. Count to 4? Juicy count to 4. Oh baby. Let's see it. Yeah. I don't think Udemion's going to get out of this one. It's just a little too much pressure. Got rather close, actually. I shouldn't have counted them out so quickly, but regardless, that's another point to Cold. Alright, 6-spin versus... Sorry, something versus Mystery Opener from Udemion. I guess they're both Mystery Openers if I don't know what variant that is. Ooh, I like this. I love that TSD into TST from Udemion. The avant-garde DT cannon. This is like, has anyone watched Chopped? Any Food Network enjoyers? This is like when they needlessly complicate things and they're like, oh yeah, today I've prepared for you a deconstructed, you know, DT cannon. That's what they say on the show, I'm pretty sure. Okay, TKI versus TKI. Yeah, Cold just misdrops that T-piece and has no way out. That's just unfortunate. Cold is kind of scary to play against because they're just not consistent. So it's like you're kind of at the mercy of whether or not they feel like misdropping a lot that day. Oh, that dono is so cool, but Udomion just has 154 APM to put out that fire. Bad Goblin recognizing my talent. Anyway, sorry. This is not about me. This is about Udomion and Coldless. It's about that crazy, insane L piece overhang that Coldless just did for that TST, which was like 3 bags ago at this point. Because they're so fast. Oh my god. So Udomion is like they're good, right? They're so good, but Coldless is just so fast and also so good. Like there's some excellent creativity that I'm seeing from Udomion, which is I love seeing creative players, right? I think creativity is something that I really value in this game. And I mean, it's just speed is a very important fundamental, and Coldless knows their win condition essentially. Oh yeah, big pressure coming in. Udomion has a down stack, gonna find their way into the clean. Has the oh, I like that. I like that decision there at the last minute to convert to a TSD. Coldless with a where did that come from? where did that come from? That was so good. Okay, people keep on cheering for the Finns, and I keep on missing them, and it's making me really sad. Oh my goodness. Okay, yeah, this is fairly even. Oh my god, that PC. Oh, that misdrop is so unfortunate. Oh my god. There's... You don't understand. I mean, okay, listen. Coldless won that round on paper. Udomion won that round in my heart. Okay? There were so many amazing last-second skim decisions that were made there that I refuse to let, you know, go unnoticed. All right, let's see here. Coldless has some great pressure here. Finds the way into the garbage without breaking back-to-back. A mid-game PC of their own, has another to back it up. Oh my god, just one piece away from that down stack, Udomion was. 3-6. Oh man. Oh my god, that's Sailboat, I think. Wait, is it? No, that wasn't Sailboat. That was not, I don't think that was Sailboat. My bad. I feel like the... Does anyone know the Vine where one of the Kardashians is like, oh my god, is that a chicken? And it's just like it's not at all a chicken. That's me with these openers. Oh my god. Anyway, some gaming happening on the screen right now. Nice hamburger TSS from Coldless here. I'm hungry now. Udomion has a way into the garbage, kind of delays it. I don't know if I agree with that, but finds the way through regardless. This is just not quick enough from Udomion, yeah. They had some good ideas, but Coldless knew. They had to pressure, and pressure they did. 7-3, GG. Damn, that was Sailboat? I didn't know there was a Finn follow-up to that. I thought it was like... Wasn't it like... Isn't it TSS? I'm sorry, I'm pulling up 4.lol right now. Sailboat. It's SST, yeah, single, triple. Yeah, I don't know what they did, but... Oh, you know what? No. I know what they did. They modified the second bag, so it... Because, yeah, I get it. Or maybe the third bag. Either way. It was Sailboat adjacent. It was like a... You know... It was a yacht, right? Also, for anyone who's just joining, hi, this is Deep, and I'm bringing you Stratosphere 94 for Daybreak Week. Today we're running a raffle. You can enter Haven in the chat for a chance to win one of our new keychains. I don't know if we have a graphic for that we can put up, but it's very cute. Actually, we have a tweet for this, don't we? Hold on, I'm gonna grab this tweet. Let me cook. But yeah, it is super cute. Where's this tweet? Hummingbird nest. She coming on my bird to lay nest. Sorry. Inner thoughts. Okay. Oh, there's the graphic. Oh my god. Right in time. But yeah, super cute keychain. There's the kind of holographic effect that I was talking about earlier. It's really cute. I carry mine on my backpack. Repping HN wherever I go. And you have a chance to win one for free, but if you don't win today, that's fine. I don't think this is the last raffle that we're going to run. I might be mistaken. But, you know, if you're averse to leaving your fate up to chance, then, you know, you can take it out of the hands of fate, right? And I'm sorry, this is a very long and drawn out way of saying you can pay $10 to get one of these. Thank you for the encouragement, Alcazar. I'm dying over here. I don't know what I'm doing. It's okay though. We have a match to distract you from my chaos. This is Flying Diarrhea versus Kuritsa. We're gonna be warming up here. Flying Diarrhea has been just an absolute, you know, powerhouse in the Stratosphere scene. They are almost top 10 right now. Have they ever been top 10? I'm not too sure, but regardless, definitely one of my favorite, you know, relatively new players. They're just so... One thing that I praise them for constantly is their ability to convert really quickly. In a way that's like cleaner than I see from most people. They're very, very adaptable, and that I really appreciate. But Kuritsu, kind of the perfect player to you know, go up against Shark, right? Just blistering speed all the time. A few misdrops at the end there, giving the win to Shark, but yeah, this is going to be a good match, absolutely. This is the first of our first 2-11 matches. Which means we're... What is this? Winners quarters? Something like that. I might be wrong. Okay, this TST tower from Flying Diarrhea, absolutely ridiculous. That was so good. Alright, Kuritsu, oh no, misses the second I look over, they immediately miss the Z-spin. So sad. Oh well. Fast LST versus fast LST. I mean, this is what I'm talking about with Kuritsu. They are outpacing a top 12 player in the opener phase. 5 PPS. Just ridiculous. Oh yeah, that was a really tough board for Flying Diarrhea, and they just instantly got through that. This is exactly what I'm talking about. Oh yeah, clean 7-2 versus 7-2. You don't see this too much in the mid game like that. Very cool. Oh yeah, quick little multiplier from Flying Diary to throw off Kuruzo there. But Kuruzo finds the downstack. Misses a donation there, but that's okay. Another quick combo from Shark. Oh yeah, this is a tough board for Kuruzo. Yeah, that's 2-0. Alright, let's see here. So Flying Diarrhea has the count to 4. Kuruzo still hasn't accepted garbage, I believe? Now they have, but... yeah. Alright, let's see here. I see a count to 4 from Kuruzo cooking up. There it is. Ooh, this is a little risky. Yeah, Flying Diarrhea has so much there. Oh my god. Masterful, masterful. Very well played. The timing on that too is just excellent. Oh, S misdrop from Kuruzo in the latter half of that TD. But that's fine, they're not going to die from that. Flying Diarrhea taking the time to cancel there, I do agree with that. I don't know if that piece was a... yeah, that was definitely a double drop now that I'm looking at it, but finds the way out of it. Going to try to keep back-to-back here, it seems? Nah, gonna probably... oh, never mind. Yeah, oh my gosh, and the O misdrop right in the nick of time. I love those, right? Where it's like, you win, and it's like just enough to kill, and you misdrop, and the last thing your opponent sees is that you misdropped. It's like, it's such a power play, right? Like, yeah, dude. It's like, it's somehow more insulting than the like hard drop spam that people used to do. Do people still do that? I don't think people do that anymore. I think Tetria staff is a bunch of meanies, and we're like, we don't like that anymore. I mean, they don't like that anymore. Whoever they are. Anyway. Yeah, Kuruzo kind of scrambling for answers here. Ooh, but this is good actually. But no, oh my god, oh my, dude, Shark is so good. I'm sorry, I know, very insightful commentary. The players are good, but Jesus Christ, like it's just so clean. It's just so clean. Like I no notes, right? No notes. I like that donation from Shark there. Kuruzo, ooh, wanted to continue the LST, but couldn't get that high speed tuck, unfortunately. That's fine though. They have a lot to work with here. Let's see if they can get into it. Oh, that was a greedy STSD at the end, but yeah, works out. They're on the board. Let's see if we can get some momentum going here for Kuruzo. Oh, the another shared experience there. The doing the silly LJ donation on the flat top, and then it just works with the garbage. You love it. You love it. Hashtag relatable. Hashtag I don't know of any more relevant hashtags I could put in here, sorry. Hashtag daybreak, by the way? Ooh. Flying Diarrhea. I'm gonna assume that Z-Piece was a misdrop because, oh my god, they I love the spin triple kick for the J piece there at the end. So good. So good. But yeah, just a bit too devastating of a mistake against a player like Kuruzo. 6-2. Okay, Flying Diarrhea notices they don't quite have the left side filled out there, so they're gonna wait and immediately just pours on the pressure the moment they it's like a much like a shark, right? They smell the blood in the water. immediately went for the kill. All right, very very clean 5-4 from Flying Diarrhea, but on the back foot, I mean that's a ton of pressure from Kuroto. My God, yeah, nothing you can do. 252 APM at the end there. Absurd, ridiculous. Get out of town. Shut the front door. Sorry. I don't know who I'm apologizing to. Probably my my higher ups here, you know. Okay, Flying Diarrhea finds a bit of an emergency multiplier there, but converts perfectly into a donation there. Yeah, Kuroto does not have a way out of that. Just the very fortuitous donation, because that was not. I don't believe that was planned. That kind of 2-part donation there. Don't think that was planned from Shark, but just yeah, he saw that he had it and he immediately went in on it, and that is a very good trait to have as a Tetrio player. Like, don't, you know, not sitting there and marveling at the fact that like something worked out, just like making it work out, like going for the kill. That's the good stuff. All right, big foresight from Flying Diarrhea here. Ooh, this is tough. Oh my gosh, yeah, Kuroto wanted a nicer way to open up the well there, but just meant that Flying Diarrhea had time to spike him out. Unfortunate. Alright, let's see here. Ooh, L-piece misdrop from Kuroto, not going to be able to complete that T-spin. Yikes. See, that's another position where I feel like they delayed the downstack just a little too much, but it worked out there, because Flying Diarrhea didn't really have anything. Regardless, though, I think that's the kind of thing that gets them in trouble, Kuroto. In any case, Flying Diarrhea not in an amazing position here, and yeah, a lot of pressure coming in. Not dead yet though. Far from it. Yeah, has a recovery here. Misdrops the eyepiece though. That's gonna seal it. Immediate 12 spike coming in from Kuroto to seal the deal. Nine to 4. Ooh, Flying Diarrhea forced to skim. Yeah, that's ooh man. Just brutal opening upstack from Kuroto. Unrelenting pressure. 9 to 5. We're working a desk job here. It's crazy. Oh my god, Flying Diarrhea. No, that's so. I would do the same thing. The same imp cross that just does not work. You love to see it. That being said, worked out fine because Kuroto had a not insignificant quantity of spaghetti on their board, so you know. I've been hanging around Misty too much. That spaghetti is such a Misty thing to say. I love Misty. That's to full throttle. Ooh. I love this. I love the pause there to just continue the upstack. Ooh. This is looking grim. Oh no. No. It was a really tough position, but misdropping that eyepiece on the quad for Kuroto at the end, that was tough. GG's. Flying Diarrhea takes it. Spaghetti, what does that mean? It's like, you know when you're like embarrassed and like, you know, the spaghetti starts falling out of your pockets and it just kind of worsens the issue? It's like that. Hopefully that helps. Anyway, moving on. So yeah, that knocks Kuroto into the loser's side. Yeah, we're getting into the next match here. Hold versus Pomni. They're true siloed. Also, hello, Andrew. Hello, everybody. I'm Deep. I'm commentating. This is Stratosphere 94. This is Daybreak Week. I'm gonna be so real. I had to switch my. I normally. I have a part-time job, and it normally coincides with Strato, which is why I never really play in it. But Daybreak is just so important to me. I had to pull out all the stops for you guys, so I begged and pleaded with my millennial coworker, sorry, Gen X coworker, to switch shifts with me, and she did. So I got off it with a whole 2 hours before the stream started. We appreciate your sacrifice. Thank you. I had to wake up at 5:25 in the morning today. That was not fun. I'm a little tired. I also made the grave mistake of taking melatonin and then not getting 8 hours of sleep. So it's like this morning was not it was not easy. So we're just waiting for the players to join up here. I guess this is a good time to remind everyone that we are doing a raffle. You have a chance to win one of our brand new keychains with our mascot Haven. Very cute keychain. So yeah, all you have to do is type Haven in the chat and you're entered to win. Keychain looks like this, by the way. It's super cute. I have one. I like it a lot. Also, pro tip: I don't know if anyone in the chat has one of these keychains already, but they come with like plastic wrap over them. You have to like take it off. I was running around with my keychain with the plastic wrap on for a good 3 months. And then Alcazar looked at the keychain and was like, dude, you know there's plastic wrap on this, right? And I was like, oh, is that why it looks so dull? It looks a lot better when you take it out of the packaging. Surprise, surprise. Anyway, first to 11, Coldless versus Pomni. Shoutouts to Alc. Big fan. Oh boy. Yeah, just a lot of pressure there. Not much to comment on. Pomni kind of just got outsped there. 3.59 PPS, 180 APM from Coldless. Not a lot you can do. Pomni's on like the UX border, I believe. So, wait, I might. Hold on. Am I wrong? Am I so wrong? No, I'm so right. I'm so right. I mean, good for them, first of all, right? Getting to the, getting to that point and then not playing more, so you can get the badge for season 1. Okay, looks like Pomni's lagging out. Probably gonna DC here. Good game, GG. DC Cannon never fails. DC Cannon is done to death. We need is Bat Goblin still in the chat? I need you to. I feel like you are the wordplay master. We need to workshop some new like new kind of fantasy openers that imply that you're DDoSing the opponent. DC Cannon is yeah, it's cliche at this point, right? It's so gauche. I'm sorry. Exclamation point Haven's so true. I'm sorry. I didn't need to. You didn't need that. It's just Haven, by the way. Sorry. I love you, Rem. Oh. Boy, I have to stall now. Flower's just kind of wordlessly, like silently putting these up and expecting me to talk about it, which is kind of awesome. Big fan. You can talk. It's okay. Anyway, sorry. Daybreak Week is something we're doing. If you didn't notice, today is Sunday, July 14th. So yeah, we're doing Strato. Tomorrow we're doing Tetrio Fight Night. I don't have the players been announced as yet? I guess not. Has not. Okay. But yeah, we're gonna be doing that. Should be loads of fun. And yeah, we've got some fun stuff happening after that. Tuesday we're doing Jackbox. Wednesday we're doing Chain Together. Thursday I'll be joining the stream again for HN staff Q&A. And then at the very end of the week, we're going to be doing Radiant 100, which is kind of why we're doing this event in the first place. It's been 100 Radiants since we started it 2 years ago. And this is going to be a major. This is a badge tournament, so exclamation point Discord to join in and sign up for a chance at one of those sweet, sweet badges. Do we have a graphic for the badges? Should definitely show them off. Major for what? Like, a major in the sense that it is badged, right? But yeah, it's gonna be hype. Can pull it up later. Sounds good. Yeah, definitely stick around for that because they're cute. I like them. I like the first place one. No spoilers though. Anyway, it would appear that Pomni has downstacked the garbage from the DC cannon. And they are back in the room. So true, Bad Goblin. Oh man, Underdogs Cup. Good times, good times. Narrator, times were not good. That's not true. Underdogs Cup is good. I'm glad it existed. I'm just personally, I get a little PTSD because I do not miss having to manually alt check every single player without the mass alt checker being a thing. Like, it took hours. It took actual, like it took a day, right? It was not good. And I surprise, surprise, I had other things to do other than comb through data for dozens and dozens of players. Anyway, we are back to the score that we were at when the DC happened. So we're gonna continue. Bad Goblin, I wholeheartedly disagree. Not in the sense that what you're saying is incorrect. I just don't like that you said that. Anyway, Elements drops from Coldless. Pomni is in such a position to capitalize, but just not fast enough. This is... Oh, but maybe? Unless? Perhaps? Nah, yeah, I don't know. Yeah, this is, okay. Well, no, okay, yeah. It is so hard to parse what Pomni's win condition is here. Because it is just, like, a pretty uneven matchup, but I believe. And, frankly, believing in oneself is really the only win condition you need. Anyway, Pomni loses. Moving on. It's okay. Ooh, Coldless. Okay. Sick, nasty donation there. That was awesome. Doesn't really work out, but that's okay. At least doesn't work out for keeping back-to-back. Alright, let's have a look here. Yeah, Pomni skims down. That was absolutely the right move. They could have gone for something riskier, but I mean, what is the point when you have 30 million clean lines of garbage to get through? Ooh. Ah, yikes. That was so tough. It really looked like Pomni might have had a combo downstack there, but couldn't quite find it, and I think they got a bit spooked by the pressure that was coming in, and then, yeah, just get spiked out at just the wrong time. Unfortunate. 4-1 here. Bit of an S misdrop from Pomni in that LST. Trying to recover from it. Okay. Okay. Alright. Sorry. Very, very enlightening commentary, I know. I'm living and dying with Pomni right now. That J misdrop, I felt that in my soul. It's okay though. They have a way out. It's fine. We're chilling. Alright. Let's see here. So Coldless finds a way into the garbage, has the beloved 1-8 stack. Yeah, gonna skim out of that. Expected. And I mean, they just had so much clean that's kind of all they needed to do to push advantage. 6-1. Alright, TD opener from Coldless. Meanwhile, Pomni with a PC coming in. Has the second, but doesn't get to it in time. Ooh. Another PC coming in from Coldless that might be devastating. Let's see. Okay, Pomni makes all the right decisions under immense pressure. Very well done, but that's even more pressure coming in, and it's cheese. Not a good time. Oh. Very clutch from Pomni. Let's see it. Oh, that L piece, no! Ah. I mean, I don't blame them for making that decision. Totally understandable given the circumstances, but yeah, that definitely sealed the deal, unfortunately. I would have done the same thing, probably. It is very hard, just mentally, to kind of deal with that level of pressure. That's like a very underrated skill, I think, of top players, because level you get very explosive matches. And yeah, it can be really tough to kind of keep pace with that. It requires a certain level of... Oh no. That misdrop. Yeah, it requires a certain level of level-headedness, which itself is a skill. In any case, another point on the board for Pomni due to that tragic T-piece misdrop for the C-spin from Coldless. Also, a bit of a rough start here. Let's see if Pomni will capitalize. Has to break back-to-back. Yeah, just doesn't have quick pressure, unfortunately. And Cultist finds their way down. And Pomni now with the unfortunate board. Ooh, bit of a misdrop there. Yeah, not gonna get out of it in time. They had the right idea, putting the eyepiece flat for the TSD possibly to cancel, but just a smidge too slow. All right, let's see here. Oh yeah, just yeah, 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 yeah. I don't know. Once again, no notes. Just that'll happen. That'll happen. Welcome to Tetrio. PCs are just so good. It's a little unfair. Because even if you don't get the PC, it's just there's so much room to you know get a nice little combo down stack. Yeah. Pomni just kind of got stuck at the top there. I mean, it was 11 back to back at the end from cold. So not much you can do. This is match point here. Let's see it, Pomni. I believe. Okay, the double weight. Love to see it. Yeah, just cancels out of it. That's totally fair. Oh, Pomni with that slight covering of the garbage. Ooh, that T piece, that S piece. It's looking dicey. I don't know, man. I'm liking these clutch decisions, but yeah, that's not gonna be enough. Goldless putting on the pressure when it counts. GG's. 11-2. All right, Bad Goblin. Let's hear it. Let's hear it. Next up, we're gonna have Never Let Me Go versus Needle WW. Should be a good match. Needle WW is a very kind of slow and calculated player, and Never Let Me Go is obviously good with that good on the offensive. So I'm curious to see how this pans out. I mean, honestly, it's yet another fairly one-sided match on paper, but I have faith. The natural modernization of DC canon, given the game's current climate, is SDDC. However, you could always use my new preferred term instead, Alt F4 wide. Yeah, I mean, you're right. I do in fact dislike both of those. Anyway, getting into the match here. Listen, Pomni, I'm sorry. All right. So what you're saying is that I should not have faith in Needle. DC canon is just more natural. Yeah. It was a valiant effort. I'll keep Alt F4 wide in the back pocket, just in case it happens to happens to be a 4 wide where they disconnect, but Needle, no, honey, no. No. I love I love how they sat and they considered it. They're like, I see the TST tower. I see that I specifically do not have the queue for TST tower. but I want the TST tower. And honestly, I think that's more respectable than making the correct decision there. In a way, that was the correct decision. Okay, okay, that's okay, that's alright. That S-piece placement was kind of wild. It could have been great if the queue allowed. There was definitely, you know, something that could have come out of that, but regardless. Also, I see Never Let Me Go is playing quite a bit slower than I'm used to. Trying to beat Needle at their own game. The disrespect. How unfortunate. It's okay. I don't think they actually mean disrespect. Oh boy. Yeah, tough situation at the end there. Zero two. Alright, Never Let Me Go tanks the what's it called? The T-spin double there. Alright, Needle gonna play it safe. Just gonna skim out of this. Ooh, just a piece away from the down stack there. Actually, they could have still gone for it if they had held, but didn't quite react to it in time, unfortunately. Here. Was that like a boomerang setup from Needle at the end there? That was pretty cool. We're not playing on all spins, unfortunately, but it was still cool. Actually, does all spin even reward boomerang? Anyway, maybe that's like only handheld or something. I don't know. I don't play and either of those rule sets enough to really know. We've got a C-spin coming in from Needle. Love to see it. Alright, let's see here. Never Let Me Go finds a nice combo down stack there. Going to follow it up with a skim, I guess? Yeah, looks like it. Alright. Having to speed up a bit here to get out of this. Yeah, Needle finding the pressure when they need to. Are they going to seal the deal? Let's see. Yeah, I feel like with this speed differential, it's going to be really hard for Needle to consistently put on pressure in a way that, well, I guess to consistently threaten Never Let Me Go with pressure, right? Like, they're certainly playing very efficiently, which is always good to see. They're definitely making good use of their speed, but I mean, Never Let Me Go just got out of a pretty dire situation, and I feel like that's fairly telling when it comes to this particular matchup. All right. Stick spin coming in from Never Let Me Go. Needle declining the immediate count to 4, goes for a delayed one instead. I like it. Has a TST to follow up, very snazzy. Let's see here. TSS to open it up, I like it. Meanwhile, Never Let Me Go, building up a bit of a 6-3? Yeah, 6-3, can count. And yeah, just able to keep the back-to-back going while Needle had to skim and just had no way to cancel out all that pressure, unfortunately. Alright, another stick spin versus this PCO upstack, and that is That is a lot. That is a lot. I will not lie. That was a significant quantity of garbage that was sent. Yeah, I don't know. Not much you can do there. Kind of stars kind of aligned. Bit too much of a speed differential. Okay, let's see here. Needle has a very nice board to work with here. Skims out for safety. That is understandable. Probably could have made more of that board if they took a second to think about it, but I mean, against a player like this, you kind of don't have a second to think about it. So I think that's important to just to kind of know, to have that discipline as the slower player, to know when to pick your positions, right? I mean, you know, good efficiency and stacking fundamentals can only get you so far. As I said, like, there is definitely an element of mental game when it comes to playing against someone who's faster than you. So knowing when to kind of say, hey, I don't really see anything good right now, I'm gonna just skim through, play it safe, and, you know, go for something better later on, potentially. Sometimes that is the best decision to make. But yeah, shoutouts to the music, by the way. Churro made this for us all by herself. Shoutouts to Churro. We love Churro. I haven't been listening to it because I don't want to hear myself talk as I talk, but I have heard all the songs, and they are fire, as the kids say. Anyway, okay, very very cool T-piece overhang from Never Let Me Go there. That was kind of awesome, actually. Kind of in a rough spot though, but oh man, just no T-piece in sight for Needle to put on the pressure when they needed to. Unfortunate, but has a really great down stack to follow it up. So they're not by no means in a bad position here. That being said, Never Let Me Go is not letting go, haha, of this pressure, of this back-to-back chain rather, but they did break it. So Needle once again not in too much danger, and in fact, Never Let Me Go on the ropes now, pushed way up. Ooh, this tank from Needle might be devastating. But no, Never Let Me Go speeds through it. Thunderous applause. Game recognize game. Sorry. Alright, let's see here. Never Let Me Go has a count to 4 here. Let's see if they go for it. Nope. It's okay. It was going to be an awkward count to 4, to be fair. So I respect the decision to skim down. Like, again, having such an advantage in the speed department, it is... Like, Never Let Me Go can do that, right? So... Like, it's a lot less devastating than it would be for a Needle. Because, I mean, yeah, they can just afford to, you know, play it safe and just find something better later on. I guess that's true for both, but it's just going to be easier when you're faster, is kind of what I'm getting at here. Can't let me go. I have a grand total of 6.9 hours in Geometry Dash on Steam. I feel like Captain America right now. I understood that reference. Anyway, another 6-spin coming in from Never Let Me Go. Opens up the garbage. That's gonna be devastating, but Needle does have the way out. Gonna go into the kite on there. And cancels with that, quad. Excuse me. Oh. Oh no. No. Yeah, that T piece needed to go to the right so that they could put dunk the L and then dunk the I piece for the quad. What do you think of 2.2 Geometry Dash? I have no opinion because I'm not a GD player. Not sure. I played a bit of GD Light when I was in high school, but I don't know. Okay, Needle with the with the intimidation tactics. That was awesome. Wait, why did the intimidation tactics work so well? That's upsetting. Never Let Me Go is shaking right now, dude. Oh my god. Okay, yeah, it doesn't quite work out all the way, but Needle has. Oh my god, Needle could totally win this, and that's. I'm fuming, frankly. Oh, might have spoken too soon there. This is gonna be tough. Yeah, just one too many spikes there to deal with. A mid-game ghastly haunting. You could have, and you would have lost because you lost. Speaking of losing, sorry, that's such a mean segue. That's so rude. GG's. Well played. I mean, yeah, it was a tough matchup, honestly. That speed differential ended up being the decider there. Unrelenting pressure. Well played to both, though. I think Needle made some very convincing plays there. So, very, very good stuff. So next up, we're going to be hopping over to Losers Quarters. Which is, yeah. So we're going to be doing Kuretsu versus Udomyan. Love me some Kuretsu gameplay. Love me some Udomyan gameplay, though. They're both very wacky players, but in diametrically opposite ways. Udomyan is so creative, and Kuretsu is so fast. Just so fast. Like, their Tetra League average, like average speed, is higher than most people's sprint personal best, right? Like, my god. It's too much. It's too much. It's so much. I realize in hindsight that was kind of a nothing statement because most people don't play sprint, but you know, most people don't play games of the stacker genre. But you know what I mean, all right? Damn it. They're fast. Let me appreciate them. Alrighty. Warming up here. Okay, let's see here. Count to 4 from Udomyan. Kuretsu with that LST has to break out of it due to a misdrop. Or maybe not really even a misdrop, just kind of a misreading of the cue there, I think. Very, very nice. Oh my god, I'm sorry. That cut copy from Udomyan was ridiculous. Did anyone see that? That was so hype. Oh yeah, but that spike at the end there, just gonna seal the deal. Can we get an instant replay? I appreciate your faith in our production skills, but you're gonna have to click the clip button for us. I'm sorry. My apologies. Maybe one day we'll have that level of innovation. But today is not that day. Today is a day where we celebrate the great war between Kuretsu and Udomyan. Let's see. That was a modified sailboat versus DC Cannon. DC Cannon wins. right, let's see here. So Kurutsu going into a 4-5 stack here. Udomion has a very nice board. Oh yeah. Mid-game mech TSD, by the way. Into the STSD, so clean, so fresh and so clean. Okay, has a down stack there. I didn't see it for a second, but unfortunately, Kurutsu putting a swift end to that. Oh my goodness. Okay, let's see here. Nice little multiplier from Udomion. Kurutsu in a tough position, gonna skim out at light speed, of course. But this is Udomion's chance to pressure. Oh my god, the Foresight TST, I love you. So, yes. 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 No, I don't know if I agree with Kurotsu's number increasing there. I think we're supposed to give that one to Udomion. I'm pretty sure that's a rule, right? Pretty sure the phrasing of Rule 3 on Tetrio is respect swag. Dude, the Finn, I'm sorry. My heart can't take this, alright? This is so good. Ooh. The SP Smith drop was not as good. Oh my lord. Okay. 5 PPS PC from Kurutsu into the DPC. Udomion has the response. Going to cancel out that big spike. That makes sense. Kurutsu has a bit of a tough position here. Finds the multiplier though. Ooh, very nice find from Udomion. Could have gone for something a bit more upstacky, but I think the multiplier was the right decision, and yeah, as I say that, pays off immediately. Udomion is on the board. First to 11 here. Dude, I'm sorry. I want everyone to just like look at Kurotsu's movements, right? Like, don't just focus on the stats. Look at specifically what they're doing to get those pieces in those places. Like, it's insane. Like the kind of like the way that oh my god, the Finn from so much is happening. So much is happening. There's a lot going on, man. I'm going through a lot right now. Alright. Back to a fairly even position. That being said, Udomion, just as I say that, in a rough position, but finds the fix pretty quickly. Very well done. Takes the multiplier instead of building up the back-to-back. I totally respect that. Yeah, oh my god, yes. Yes, yes, yes. Ooh, okay. That doesn't quite work out because of the garbage. Okay, okay. I'm just... Please somebody clip that. There's so much going on! There's so much happening! The mini T-spin double. When was the last time we saw a mini T-spin double on Hummingbird Nest? Oh my god, the 180 TSD... TSS, excuse me. Alright. This is a pretty scary position here. Yeah, Kurutsu... Okay, Kurutsu kind of breaks out of the unrelenting back-to-back. They relent on it, even. Dude, I'm sorry. This is blowing my mind. This is blowing my mind. The split imp cross flat eyepiece donation, like what is happening? Okay, let's see here. Another Finn coming in from Udomion. Meanwhile, Kuroto building up this 5-4. Udamion gonna skim. Play it safe. Totally reasonable. Let's see here. Yeah, I'm gonna skim down into the garbage. Alright. I'm liking this. Yeah, it has to tank kind of an uncomfortable amount there, but it's fine. They have a way out here. Meanwhile, Kuroto trying to build up that pressure, gets the TSS into TSD, backs it up with... Sorry, TSS into quad, backs it up with another quad. That's a mini coming in from Kuroto. Big damage! Just kidding. Sorry. Yeah, this is playing pretty nicely into how Udomion wants to play. Okay, all right, okay. I will stop talking. Actually, okay, but the fix was ridiculous, right? The S-spin triple kick. That was very well played. I cannot lie. Okay, doesn't go for the quad there. Instead, decides to keep combo. Meanwhile, Kuroto building up this back-to-back chain, just a clean standard 3-6 stack. Udamion with another fin. doesn't quite get it off. Yeah, against 14 back-to-back Kuroto, that was a little greedy. Alright, TKI versus whatever this opener is. It's good, I like it. Oh no! Oh, unfortunate eyepiece misdrop there. Had a nice sequence if not for that, but yeah, Kuroto not gonna let that one slide, that's for sure. Udamion goes for the TKI, misdrops it. Meanwhile, no such misdrop on Kuroto's side. Oh yeah. Alright, let's see here. Okay. Yeah, a bit of an awkward position for Udamion for a second there. Wanted to count to 4, but just didn't really have the cue for it. That being said, builds up a fractal. Another kind of awkward board. We'll see how they deal with this. I'm sure they have a... I was going to say, I'm sure they have a creative solution, and yeah. I don't see those fins. I really don't. Until they literally happen, right? Alright, let's see. Kuroto, again, building up a classic back-to-back stack here. Meanwhile, Kuroto playing carefully, picking their positioning here. Finds a good place to put on that pressure. Probably gonna have to skim out of it here. Ooh, T-piece misdrop from Kuroto, but gets off the spike they had lined up, so it's not gonna be that big of a deal actually. Yeah, Udamion had the right idea to kind of reconsider the down stack there, but did it just a smidge too slowly. Oh boy. Has anyone ever thought of a chess-based Tetris tournament? I'm not sure. I know it's like definitely like yeah, as Bad Goblin said, there is definitely a community dedicated to that kind of gameplay, but in terms of a tournament, not too sure. I feel like it would be hard to, you know, to do with the tools that we have right now. In any case, that was a quick round for Kuroto. 10-1 here. Match points. Let's see if Udamion can pull something out here. Oh yeah, I mean, pull something out they do. That T-piece misdrop capitalizes very quickly. Good pressure. Like these crazy builds, right? Like people are mentioning in the chat. It's like ridiculous. Like, how do you see this? Where is this coming from? What planet are you from? But it's like, it's not just ridiculous for the sake of being ridiculous. It's like they're actually using this and applying it properly, which I really appreciate. I think that's really cool. Like this T-spin single here from Udamion, that zipper, like that was just a good decision to make, right? It was flashy, but it was just the right decision. And that's why they're, I guess the score doesn't really indicate it, but oh boy, those are some misdrops. Yeah. Unfortunate. Yeah, Kuruzo taking it in the end there. It was 11-2, but it did not feel like 11-2. There were some amazing plays from Udemy there. So well played to both. GG's. Oh boy. Not the make the commentators say something. Oh my lord. Do I have to do this? When's the last time I thought about this copy pasta? This copy pasta is so old. Oh man. Alright, here we go. Did someone say MKO? Caboozled materializes out of thin air, holding a large bag over his shoulder. Before you can reply, he whips out LNJ pieces from the bag and slams them on the floor, cracking the ceramic. Nobody said MKO, you yell in desperation, but it is too late! Caboozled had already stacked 4 floating TSDs in your living room. You close your eyes in resignation to your fate, as your house is obliterated in a massive 50 spike. Right, anyway. Coming up next, we have the other side of Losers Quarters here, Pomni versus Never Let Me Go. Thank you, Deep, no problem. This footage mints for millions. Oh man. Oh boy. I tried my best. Listen, if you guys are gonna redeem that, like I'm gonna give it my all right? Unless it's cursed. In any case. Wait, am I tripping or did we see this match earlier? Is this a rematch? This feels like a rematch. Feels like a rematch. Maybe I'm insane. I think I'm insane, actually. Don't listen to me. Dude, don't tell me. Listen, man, I'm just here. I have no control over what's happening. Are you kidding me? Oh my god, I almost clicked to update my Discord. That would have been tragic. Good. I don't mind. Listen, homie, if you need a moment to recollect your thoughts, I'm literally deep 4am thoughts. I could not empathize with you harder, right? I'm right there with you. I stand with Pomni. Yeah, you can talk to the staff. As a reminder, we are running a raffle. That's right. Did you want a chance to get one of the beautiful, amazing keychains of our new mascot, Haven? Well, you have one. Yeah, so this is the keychain that we're selling. This is part of our Daybreak Week extravaganza. And yeah, you have a chance to win one for free if you just type Haven in the chat. So if you haven't done so, please do. It's a really cute keychain. And if the, you know, if you don't manage to get one for the low price of $0, you can get one for the low price of $10. So it's kind of a win-win. These keychains are amazing. I have one myself. Do consider buying them. Plus shipping, shh, it's okay. But not handling. The handling is free, actually. It's just the shipping. Right? I feel like you know, back in the day, in like the early 2000s, when they would just like aggressively advertise stuff that you could buy over the phone. Like that was the hot new thing when I was a kid, right? Like buy this cookware set, buy the shake weight, you know, buy the pillow pet, buy the Snuggie, buy the Floam, the Orbeez. Am I Is this just me? I'm old. I'm so old, man. If one person recognizes one of those things, I will be happy. In a way, you can get the keychain free even without the giveaway, as long as you're up for a $10 shipping fee. Oh my god, Orbeez, you misspelled it. Middle finger emoji. It's EE, not IE. I had pillow pets. Thank you. Thank you. Exactly. Okay. We have culture in this chat. I'm glad. Blast from the past. God. It is double E, yeah. ORBE. Easy. GG, no re. Sorry. My excuse is I never bought them. I have a story actually. I bought Floam when I was a kid. Like I I bothered my parents so much. I kept seeing ads for it. I was like, this is the coolest thing I've ever seen. You can stick it on the wall, on the window. You can stick it like over stuff. You can decorate stuff. This is technology the likes of which we've never seen, right? And so finally my parents conceded and they actually got it for me. And I was like, oh my god, this is amazing. It gets to our house. I open the box. I rip open the box. I play with it for about 5 minutes. I'm like, damn, this feels really weird. I don't like it, actually. And they were not happy. It felt weird. It was gross. I don't know, man. It smelled weird too. It smelled like a balloon, but like even more unappetizing than a balloon. And balloons aren't particularly appetizing to begin with, so you can imagine how unappetizing this Floam smelled. Thank you, Bad Goblin. Anyway, getting into the warm-up here, Never Let Me Go versus Pomni. No, they totally played, right? Did they? I don't know. I'm sorry. I guess I could just check the bracket. No, they didn't. No, they did not. Never mind. Yeah, I'm throwing. Flush Spider, how dare you? How dare you? How dare you belittle me like that? I was trying to make a point. You gotta work with me here, man. Very careful, calculated play from Never Let Me Go here, trying to feel out the opponent. Does anyone remember a Junba? This is how a Junba would do warm-ups back in the days of, oh my god, WPL Tetrio Open. Does anyone remember this? Oh, missed a multiplier there. Unfortunately, sorry, I'm toxic. That's on you. Never Let Me Go. You're playing slow. You should be seeing these. It's okay. No, you kept the back-to-back though, which I respect. Amazing, amazing float up stack. All right, let's see. A bit of a rough stack from Pomni, but has the double quad. But Never Let Me Go has a bit of a combo here. Oh yeah. That's some cheese, all right. Oh boy. That S piece was a little questionable, I will say. From Pomni there. That's all right. We're living. We're doing fine. Kite on from Never Let Me Go. Meanwhile, Pomni, ooh, last minute decision there to yeah. Did not want that eyepiece in column 1 and paid the price for thinking a little bit too much. All right. Getting into the actual match here. Both players ready. Let's see how this goes. Stratosphere 94. Losers quarters, probably. Okay. Good good opener. Yeah, looks like some technical difficulties from Never Let Me Go. It's all right. Oh boy. Me personally, I would have kept playing. No, I wouldn't have. I don't know. Maybe. Depends on how I'm feeling. I will say, people ask me this sometimes when it comes to Tetra League. This is not Tetra League, obviously, but people ask like, "Oh, if my opponent AFKs, like, what do I do? Do I wait?" And you can wait, like you totally can, and I think that's, you know, I understand why people do that, but like understand that it is well within your right to just play and like not tank your stats, right? Like yeah, part of our you know rule to like respect competitive integrity is that you actually play the matches that you sign up for. So yeah, in case anyone was wondering, it's totally okay to play against an AFK player. Granted, if they continue to AFK, if you notice that that's happening a lot, then please do send in a report, and we'll give it a look. Anyway, that's my Tetria mod yap for the day, for the stream. Yeah, very like slow and calculated play. I mean, I say slow, and you know, Never Let Me Go is going 2.7, but they're definitely not making an active effort to push speed like they were against Kuroto earlier. But yeah, Pomni at the end finds a nice spike, takes the round 1-1, all tied up. Oh boy, yeah, that was a massive down stack spike from Never Let Me Go. Doesn't quite have the kill off of it, unfortunately, but that just means we get to see more of these players, and who's complaining about that? Okay, Pomni, you're killing me with these. I think that's the second S misdrop of like of that round, right? Something like that. I don't know. That's rough. It'll happen though. All right, let's see. Ooh, upward facing T there. Versus a PC, yeah. MDO versus PC. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Yikes. Just soft drops that L. Unfortunate. I swear to God, I've never seen anybody put that O piece on there on top of the on top of the stick spin, like before actually taking the TSS. That was crazy. I guess it like helps with timing, right? Because you're like placing more. Anyway, nice Very nice stack from for Pomni there. 2.9 PPS, just gonna go all in on that. Yeah, another point for Pomni. Imperfect clear opener. Perfect opaque opener, even. Ooh, misdrop from Never Let Me Go on the opener there. Has the double quad to get out of it. Very, very fortunate. Omni has a nice donation, but yeah, just gonna skim out. Alright, let's see here. Take a shot every time I say let's see here, by the way. Anyway. Actually don't, because most most people aren't of drinking age. It's okay. Anyway. Oh yeah, tough position for Pomni here. Ooh, wasting that eyepiece. Yikers, yeah. I understand why they had to do it. It was just, yeah. That sucks. Don't worry, I got water. Dude, you're gonna be hydrated AF if you go along with this game. Oh, I like this. I like this from Never Let Me Go. This is cute. Another very holding the tea and like stacking more of the bag on. Yeah, like all of that lined up so nicely. This is very good. Very efficient. Very gaming. That was cool. This is where we're at now with my commentary. I'm just it looked cool. Like, what else do you want from me, man? That cut copy, it's so clean. Yeah. Omni just doesn't quite have a response to that. That was like 1.2 APP from Never Let Me Go. That was ridiculous. All right. Ooh. Nice little STSD, but doesn't quite have the... Yeah, doesn't have a way to keep back-to-back out of it. Never Let Me Go. Meanwhile, Omni, unfortunate S-piece misdrop. Or not even a misdrop, just kind of a misread on the board there. It's fine. I should have follow up. Very, very good, very good. And yeah, Never Let Me Go is kind of stuck here. Doesn't really have a way out. Yeah, just in that infinite, like, you know, alternating the location of the you know, where the hole was. Where are you seeing APP? In my mind's eye. I am calculating it on the fly. With perfect accuracy, by the way. Hope that answers your question. The actual answer is that there's a piece counter and an attack, like, number of lines sent counter at the left of each player's board, and I'm just kind of making a rough estimate. Obviously, anytime you see the attack is higher than the number of pieces placed, then that's going to be over 1 APP. Yeah, it may very well have not been 1.2. I was just making a rough estimate. Anyway. Alright, yeah, Pomni had like a bit of a stack of all time, just decides to get out of it. Ooh. Maybe had a TST there, but does not elect to go for it. Alright, let's see. Never Let Me Go, looking for a way to get into this garbage cleanly. I lied. They looked for the messiest, most problematic way of getting into that garbage. They donated a DT cannon and had no T pieces because they used a T to build it. The hubris, man. Okay. Not wanting to make that mistake again, they go into a very swift PC opener. Meanwhile, Pomni going for this Yoshihiro SD. Gonna find it. Has a nice little multiplier there. Perfect. Very well done. Great execution. And yeah. Very close matchup here, actually. Did not expect this. I think Never Let Me Go is kind of... I feel like just not sticking to their guns as much as they should be. And Pomni's taking advantage very well, so very, very, very empowering to see, considering how large the seating difference is. Also, enjoy your food, Bad Goblin. Hope it's yummy. Right. Okay, Pomni forced into a bit of an awkward situation there. Yeah, just took a second or two too long to think about how to resolve that. There were a couple of ways out, but ultimately they all, required placing some non-clearing pieces, so needed to play faster. Never Let Me Go going for that stick spin PC. Doesn't quite find it in time. Goes for the next stick spin in the loop. Good lord. If Pomni can get to this garbage, it's gonna be devastating. But yeah, it kind of doesn't get to make a whole lot out of it, unfortunately. So we're kind of back to even now. Let's see here. Oh yeah, unfortunate placement from Pomni. Yikers. That's gonna seal it 8-5. All right, Never Let Me Go, finding their footing once again. Playing very plonky, Never Let Me Go is, but Pomni has a good board too. Never Let Me Go upstacking for this fractal here. Gonna go for it, has a way into the garbage, goes for the T-spin to follow up. That's a lot coming in for Pomni. If they can get into this garbage, it's gonna be quite the counter spike, and they have it. Double eyepiece at the perfect time. Oh boy, explosive. Oh my goodness. Oh yeah, back-to-back 11, has to break it. Pomni on the ropes here, yeah, just a piece away, If they were one row lower, they had the eye spin there to resolve that kind of awkward hole there. But no such luck. 9-5 here. DPC coming in from Never Let Me Go. Meanwhile, Pomni looking for this J piece, just does not want to come. Oh my goodness. Huge pressure coming in from Never Let Me Go. Pomni needs to get out, does not have a way out. Oh my goodness, 10-5 match point. I feel like the moment I commented on Never Let Me Go just having awkward footing this whole set, like they found it immediately. Oh yeah, big stick spin coming in here. That's not a good downside from Pomni. It's not going to be enough. Good games. 11-5 at the end there. Still, that was very well played. I really think Pomni played very well to their strengths, so have to commend them for that. But yeah, ultimately a commanding 11-5 lead. Great stuff. Alrighty. Excellent match. That was so good. Alrighty. After this, we're going to be heading into winners finals. This is Flying Diarrhea versus Coldless, the siblings. Love to see it. Family feud. Oh man. I'm just reflecting on that last match. That was so good. That was so well played. Very good run from Pomni. Yeah, Flying Diarrhea versus Coldless, Seed 1 versus Seed 2, Sibling versus Sibling, Titan versus Titan. Anything can happen. Obviously, Flying Diarrhea is generally favored here in this matchup, but Cold is no slouch. Really could go either way. while we're waiting for the players to get in here, just wanted to remind everybody who's watching, or rather, tell anybody who has joined us recently, hello. This is Daybreak Week, and we're raffling a keychain as part of our celebrations. So if you type Haven in the chat, you have a chance to win one of our gorgeous keychains of our mascot Haven. And yeah, I do hope that you'll stick around for the rest of the festivities we have planned this week. As mentioned earlier, tomorrow we have Tetrio Fight Night. We're going to be getting into some very, very flashy show matches. A lot of amazing matchups planned for that day. Yeah, not going to spoil anything just yet, but it's going to be. Oh, it's posted. No way. Daybreak info. Let's go. Yeah, so we're gonna be seeing Promo versus Westel, then Astraea versus Flying Diarrhea, UI Galaxy versus Puffo-Fs, Run versus Coldless, Third World Strider versus Kurotso, OSW versus Quantum Hornet, Haya versus CM Dingo, and to close out the night, we have the legendary Firestorm versus QMK. It's gonna be amazing. I'm so excited. And I hope you guys are too. So yeah, please do consider joining us. And yeah, it'll be announced in the Discord shortly. You can !Discord or discord.hummingbirdnest.net if you want to stay up to date with everything that we've got going on this week. Very exciting stuff. And yeah, as previously mentioned, this is all in celebration of 100 Radiants. On Friday, we're going to be doing our 100th Radiant, and it's going to be a badge tournament, a major. So yeah, lots of very very formidable players have signed up for this tournament. It's going to be happening at 12 UTC this Friday. U-Floor tournament as per usual. And yeah, we'll be competing for badges. It's going to be a great time. If you can't play, I hope you watch. Oh, there it is, the badges, the badge reveal. Let's go. So yeah, these are the badges. Radiant 100. I think the rainbowish outline on the first place badge is so swag. Just a huge fan. Yeah, who designed these badges, by the way? I don't actually know. Sketchy and Flower, I assume. Okay, Sketchy. Cool. Yeah, so shoutouts to Sketchy. But yeah, if you want one of these badges on your, on your profile, all you have to do is beat Firestorm. And several other very good players. Like, let me go into this registration channel real quick. Let's see who signed up for this. Like, okay, Akatsuki, Amber, we've got Firestorm, Westel. My god, dude. Let's see. We've got Cold, we've got Mythical Rocket, by the way, fastest typist in the world. Fortisim's gonna be in here. Ickley's gonna be in here. QMK, Vince HD, Tato's Promo, Windcatcher. Windcatcher is still alive? Hello? Didn't even know that? Like, this tournament is going to be absolutely stacked. I do hope you guys tune in. It's going to be great, but that's on Friday. Tomorrow we've got, Fight Night. We've got some party games planned after that. And then on Thursday, I will be joining the stream again with some of my fellow Hummingbird Nest staff. We're going to be doing a Q&A. If you want to ask a question that we can answer, then head over to the Discord. There's a channel for it. We might select yours to be answered on stream. So, yeah. Anyway, looks like we're going to be getting into the warm-up between Cold and Flying Diarrhea. Let's see how this goes. Seed 2 on the left, Seed 1 on the right. Neither of them are on stream. Just kidding, they're on stream now, it's fine. That was clutch. I shouldn't have said anything. Alright, very clean from Coldless coming in here. Meanwhile, Flying Diarrhea looking... Yeah, wants to find a strong down stack here. It doesn't want to, you know, immediately go for the skim, which I think is a kind of... that's an element of macro that a lot of players don't really think of. There is an element of kind of just choosing when to take your down stack, and that's one of Flying Diarrhea's great strengths. Oh, a bit of a misdrop on the S piece from Coldless here. Let's see if Flying Diarrhea will capitalize. Finds the multiplier, actually, so yeah, Flying Diarrhea doesn't quite send enough to counteract that. And a big multiplier to end it off from Coldless. Well, not quite end it off. We're still in this. Flying Diarrhea skimming into that TSD there. Meanwhile, Coldless finding a big 25 spike. Has the pressure to follow up. Warm-up goes to Coldless. Excellent finds from both players. I'm sorry, I just plagiarized your message, Flesh Spider. Sorry, I need to drink some water. I'm like, my phonetics right now are failing. This is not good. Where's the hydrate redeem? I just saw the absolute masterpiece of a hummingbird nest Tetris message in the chat there. Beating Firestorm is easy. Just be water. What I'm hearing from this is that Snowman 99 will actually do quite well against Firestorm. Anyway, first to 11 here, winners, finals. Like, really, this could go either way. Are we running bets for this one? We should. Curious to see what everyone else thinks about this matchup, because I don't know. All right, let's see. Yeah, Coldless up at the top here finds some very timely downstacks. Bit of a misdrop, but recovers from it gracefully. Meanwhile, Flying Diarrhea trying to find a way into this garbage below. Finds it, but has kind of a mishap with one of the pieces there. Yeah, this is kind of an awkward position for Flying Diarrhea, honestly, so not going to be able to capitalize too much. That is a lot of pressure coming in, but Coldless does have the better board overall, so despite the explosive nature of this match, it's relatively even. Surprisingly. Oh, there it is. There it is. Oh my goodness, those misdrops from Cold. See, Cold, I feel like at this point I would characterize Cold as like a generally pretty misdroppy player. But this is only like, this is only going to make them stronger, right? Like, this is exactly why Vince is such a good player. I mean, among other things, like, he is so good at finding conversions out of just the most impossible board states, right? Like, there are positions where you would never think, you know, there's a way out, and like, he will just find it. And that is going to happen to Cold. Give it a year, mark my words. Cold and Vince HD will be going toe-to-toe. In any case, all tied up here, 1-1. PC coming in from Coldless, and that's an eyepiece misdrop from Flying Diarrhea. Not going to be particularly conducive to all that pressure coming in. Quick point for Cold. Right. Fairly safe opener from Flying Diarrhea here. Got a Z prop coming in from Coldless. Goes into that. Oh my god. I'm sorry. Is it? I guess it's a little weird to be drooling over Cold's finesse there, but like that was just so like the way those pieces were placed, just mechanically, like it was so there was zero hesitation and it was perfect finesse, and I love it. I think there was some use of like dash preservation too. I'm sorry, none of this matters, by the way. Like, this is me just being a nerd. Like, but oh my god, love to see it. It's really the zero hesitation, right? That like that's so powerful there, right? Just being able to put on that pressure, get into like a slightly tricky situation, and just brush it off like it never happened, right? All right, that's a big spike coming in from Flying Diarrhea, but Cold has a very good board, and as I say that, has a bit of a misdrop. It's not going to be too deadly though. They have a way out. Meanwhile, Flying Diarrhea going into the mini to get this back-to-back going, but skims right out, senses that, you know, it's not going to be a very fruitful stack. Just going to put a pin in it while they still can. Against a player like this, I mean, you have to have a level of discipline, I feel. Oh my goodness, yeah. And there it is, the 11, 12, 13 back-to-back. Has to skim out, though, due to a misdrop. Let's see how they recover from this. Meanwhile, Coldless sending in a combo. But Flying Diarrhea with a combo of their own. Yeah, awkward stack for both of them, honestly. Coldless going to try to count to 4 here. Yeah, doesn't... This is going to force a skim, I feel. Yeah. Flying Diarrhea going to go for this Yoshihiro SD. Oh boy, we're... Oh yeah. Oh my god, that whole... Yes. Yes. That whole sequence, masterful. Masterful. Brilliant. That eyepiece misdrop from Coldless, not masterful. Not brilliant. Flying Diarrhea going to capitalize on that. Oh my god, that DT cannon... It was so calculated. That's the thing, right? It was so calculated. Okay, goes for the MS2, Flying Diarrhea does, and then notices the 4-line PC, takes it into DPC. This is going to be devastating. Coldest just barely finds the way out. Meanwhile, Flying Diarrhea with a very, very funky little imp cross single. Oh yeah. Building up this back-to-back, gonna skim out of it, yeah, I could see that coming. Alright. Has a bit of a down stack, gonna go into the TSS for the quad. Hold this with a bit of a rough stack here, let's see how they get out of it. Yeah, just a few quick, intelligent skims. Gonna find the TSD. Now they're pressuring. Yeah, Flying Diarrhea, flying a bit too close to the sun with the TST tower there. And Coldest takes the point, takes the round. Misdrop on the MS2 versus Flying Diarrhea's TKI. Goes into the LST, meanwhile Coldless finds a very quick recovery, actually. Very impressive. Flying Diarrhea keeping up this back-to-back. Skims out of it, finds a multiplier. Very, very solid. Ooh, but this is rough, though. This is a lot of pressure coming in, but misdrops immediately. Oh, yikes. That was just not the time to misdrop. Oh my goodness. Very unfortunate. That was Cold's round to win. And Shark takes it. Exactly the kind of thing I mean when I say Shark is very well versed in these quick conversions. Like, that should have been a fatal situation for any other player, but Shark manages to get through it. Intense match here. 4-3. Cold with this hamburger, decides to get out of it, doesn't really have the overhang for it. Meanwhile, Flying Diarrhea going for a combo, 200 APM, 27 seconds into the round. going for the multiplier. Oh yeah. Just finds a very clean 3-6 stack at the end there to pressure out Cold. Not even really a spike, just kind of inch them out. DT Cannon from Flying Diarrhea. Big fan, big fan. I also use DT from time to time. I believe that was my first opener. Good times. Shoutouts to Gestress. Yeah. Oh my goodness, massive pressure coming from Flying Diarrhea. Coldest makes a bit of a compromise there just to be able to cancel this, honestly. Oh no! Oh! Oh my gosh. TSS coming in from Flying Diarrhea sets up another. Meanwhile, Coldless, bit of a misdrop, finds the way out automatically. Flying Diarrhea does not really have a clean stack, but finds the way out once again. Oh wow. Oh my god, that was intense. I love the 3 overhangs and no T-spins ready from Flying Diarrhea at the end there. That was so good. It was gonna work out too. Like the queue was fine. They were totally right to do it. I love it. Like the gun was cocked and ready, right? All right, let's see here. These matches have been explosive lately. Yeah, Flying Diarrhea just not letting up the pressure. Coldless finding some good, some good answers, but not going to be enough. Flying Diarrhea, another point. Massive pressure. 6-3 stack coming in from Flying Diarrhea. Meanwhile, Coldless misdropping the TSS opener. I think that was meant to be an SDPC or extended or something like that. Oh yeah, big spike coming in from Flying Diarrhea here. Has the way into the garbage without skimming. Yeah, just, and it was the weight too, right? The weight absolutely sealed it. Tanked at just the right time. Cold exhausted their resources. Played right into Flying Diarrhea's win condition there. All right, another big stack coming in. That made no sense, by the way. Anyway. Ooh, O-piece misdrop from Coldless. That's fine, though. Gonna find the way out. T-piece misdrop, a little bit less fine. Yeah, not really a way out of that. And the... Oh my god, wait. Wait. So much happened. So much happened. They found the way out, and then Flying Diarrhea says, nope, here's a PC for you. You can take that to the bank and back. All right. Okay, very rough stack from Flying Diarrhea here. This is Coldless's game to win. Yeah, finds the pressure at just the right time. I was getting a little bit scared there. Flying Diarrhea almost had the way out. They were just a couple pieces off. Cold manages to clinch it out. 5-8 here. TKI versus TKI. Oh yeah, flat top duo here with the LST. Coldless, first person to waste the T. Actually, I might be wrong. Anyway, all right. Flying Diarrhea finds a massive down stack. My god, I was so sure that they were going to go for the count to 4 there. That would have been, I guess, kind of the expected move, but they managed to find a massive down stack I frankly did not see. So very well played. Coldless, very fortunate, very favorable garbage there off of the opener. Continuing to capitalize, 250, 270 APM. Flying Diarrhea, 260 APM of their own. I mean, it's not very often that you see 260 APM duo. All right, let's see. Back to we're still at an even game here, which is ridiculous to say. Oh, this is a little bit greedy from Cold here. Has the way out. Has the way out. Meanwhile, Flying Diarrhea having to break back to back. This is Cold's time to pressure. This is it. This is where the Jets come in. That's another point. Nice. Oh baby. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. TKI. Misdrop on the T from Coldless finds a pretty simple fix. Not gonna be too ruffled from that. However, that spike that came in just now, that 24 spike, that's probably gonna ruffle their feathers a little bit. And with that LNJ misdrop, oh boy, that's gonna seal it. 200 APM, 6 to 10, match point for Flying Diarrhea here. Cold is not out yet. Let's see it happen. SDPC versus Extended. Flying Diarrhea has a down stack, but it's kind of just empty skims. Doesn't do a lot to Coldless. Ooh, that was risky. This is going to be rough for Coldless to get out of, but finds the way out. Way to keep up the speed there. Very well played. This is rough, but once again, finds the way out. Flying Diarrhea has a lot of pressure coming in. Coldless needs to find this down stack. Huge, massive 16 spike. Flying Diarrhea doesn't really have a great option here. Pull something out of thin air. Sure. We're back to even somehow. Coldless has some bad misdrops to work with here. This could be it. Flying Diarrhea wants us to end right now. Yeah, that's gonna be it. Oh no! They maybe had a chance if not for that final misdrop. But oh my god, so well played from both here. Final score 11 to 6. That may as well have been a tiebreaker. I mean, that was, as I said, I knew it was going to be a close match. These two players are, so well matched. But yeah, Flying Diarrhea will, has secured their spot in Grand Finals. Cold going to be knocked down to losers. But before we get to Cold's match, we're going to be seeing Never Let Me Go versus Kuroto. And the winner of that match in loser semis will play against Coldless. Oh my goodness. I need some water. I need God. I need to pray after that. Alright. Never Let Me Go versus Kuroto. We saw this matchup earlier. We're gonna see it again. Went in Kuroto's favor last time. But anything can happen. Lordy. Oh. Just an aside here, shoutouts to the new logo. Very cute. Developed by, I don't know why I said developed. Designed by Sketchy's sister, Baked Potato Kitty, BPK, and Avery. Rest in peace to the H logo. But I don't think I'll be missing the old logo. I think this one is really cool. Big fan. Love the vaporwave vibes. But yeah, there it is in all its glory. The new logo for Hummingbird Nest. And you guys also saw it on the bottom right corner of the Radiant 100 poster. That's right, we're doing a major this Friday. It's going to be a badge tournament. It's really cool. There's a lot of cool players coming in. You guys should watch and or join. You can take your pick. Actually, you can't take your pick in terms of who you can fight against because we do that for you. But there is no shortage of good players to, probably destroy you because there's good players and then there's us. But yeah, badge tournament. Gonna be loads of fun happening this Friday, July 19th. Same time as usual, I think, right? Wait, is that the same time as usual? I think it is. Yeah, it totally is. It totally is. Yeah. 7 a.m. Eastern, 12 UTC, 8 p.m. Philippines time. Wait. No, one of those is wrong. I don't know. I'm sure the poster is correct. I probably said something wrong. I'm sorry. Because 7 a.m. Eastern is not the same as 8 p.m. Philippines time. So I guess it's 8 a.m. Eastern. Anyway, I don't know. The times are on the poster. Read the poster. Do as I say, not as I do. Yeah, Radiant 100 is the crown jewel for our Daybreak Week celebrations. Stratosphere is the second thing that we're doing as part of Daybreak Week. Tomorrow we're going to be hosting a Tetrio fight night. We're going to see a lot of very, very fun show matches. Going to be announcing that formally in the Discord very soon, but that should be a load of fun. The next couple of days, we're going to be doing some party games, so be sure to stick around for that. And on Thursday, we're doing a staff Q&A with HN staff. You can drop your questions in the Discord Daybreak Q&A channel. We will answer anything and everything within reason. There's also going to be some Pico Park going on that day if you're into that kind of thing. Anyhowsies. Never Let Me Go versus Crozo. Getting into the warm-up here. Losers finals. Wait, right? No, semifinals. Semifinals. Oh boy. Bit of a series of unfortunate events by Lemony Snicket from Never Let Me Go there. Yeah, I don't know. Not much to comment on there. There was just a lot of misdrops, and Crozo wasn't going to let that one slide, unfortunately, for Never Let Me Go. Hopefully the rest of the set doesn't go like that. We have 11 games to get our shit together. Sorry. I was wondering if I should say the bad word, and then I realized I didn't have anything to say other than the bad word, so I doubled down and said it loudly. Anyway. Stick spin versus misdrop stick spin. Oh yeah. The DT cannon off of that? Oh baby. And just like the perfect garbage. Not really actually. They had to break back to back, but explosive nonetheless. 25 spike against misdrops is not a lot of different ways that can go. Ooh. Was that foresight from Never Let Me Go, or is that just luck? I think that was luck, yeah. Either way, very, very nice sequence. Crozo has a bit of a... Yeah. A lot. It's a lot. There's a lot going on today on twitch.tublue/Hummingbird Nest Tetris. Oh, wow. Yeah, a lot of... Yeah, Never Let Me Go is doing an excellent job of just kind of like using a strong opener and then just keeping it going after that, right? That's a skill that a lot of, players who are not in this kind of rating bracket do not have, right? Like This is kind of where the idea of an opener main comes from, where it's just like you do the opener and then it's like, now what, right? That's just not something you're gonna see from Never Let Me Go here. Very clean, very calculated, explosive follow-ups. There've got to be synonyms for explosive because I feel like I've said that way too many times this stream. Oh, speaking of, yeah, big pressure coming in from, well, can you really call a 27 spike pressure? I don't know. Pressure is that's an understatement. That's a hydraulic press worth of pressure there. Ooh. Okay, Kurtzo finds the solution there. And Never Let Me Go has some misdrops to get through, but so does Kurtzo. I mean, yeah, it's basically even at this point. Yeah, this is what I was talking about earlier, where Never Let Me Go is not really pushing speed. This is somebody that Never Let Me Go has to push speed against. Right? Like, they're just gonna get suffocated, essentially, if they don't do this against Kurtzo. Because Kurtzo is not going to let up on the speed. Like, if you want slow, cool, calm, collected, calculated gameplay, like, do not avert your eyes from the right side of the screen. Right. Oh boy. But also avert your eyes from the left side of the screen. Nobody wants to see these misdrops. Okay. Okay. What are the chances on that? Like, I'm sorry. I feel like I should have had more of a pop-off reaction to that, but like what? Just like the speed with the good RNG on that opener is just like literally what do you do? Aside from die. Streaming. Anyway. Alright, Kurtzo finds a multiplier. Nice little follow-up there. I like that. Has a missed drop to deal with now. Never Let Me Go has an amazing board. Gonna capitalize on that, I'm sure. Oh yeah. Big pressure coming in. Kind of not okay. This LST is hanging on by a thread. But it's working out. I don't know why I thought they were gonna go for the the way they hovered that S piece made me think they were gonna go for the TST tower, but yeah, no such buffoonery in the stream. When was the last time you said buffoonery or heard buffoonery? Alright, anyway. Oh yeah. Big spike. Oh yeah, that T-spin triple just so clean, so immediate from Never Let Me Go. Very, very well done. But it's not enough. Yeah, Kurtzo just finds the... It wasn't even back-to-back pressure. It was back-to-back pressure, and then they just skimmed down into the quad. So I mean, yeah. All right, stick spin coming in from Never Let Me Go. Meanwhile, Kurtzo with a TD opener of their own. All right. Yeah, Never Let Me Go. Not giving up on this back-to-back just yet. I'm sorry, it took me like actual seconds to like to figure out how to say that Never Let Me Go is not letting go of their back-to-back without saying that and sounding like I'm trying to force the same pun that I made earlier. Alright, Kurtzo has a nice stack here, has to waste T-piece, and has a misdrop to deal with now. Never Let Me Go, yeah, just finds the quick pressure. Honestly, that T-spin setup they had next was not going to pan out very well, but I mean, it didn't matter. They found the pressure at the right time, and Kurtzo had no response. All right. Yeah, so again, one of these positions where Never Let Me Go just has the great pressure to start, and Kurtzo is just kind of stuck skimming, which works because Kurtzo is fast as all get out, but it does, I don't know. it is certainly not a foolproof plan, and especially with this spike coming in from Never Let Me Go, Kuroto is absolutely on the ropes here. But with that eyepiece misdrop, just like that, the tables have turned. Never Let Me Go now. There. I'm sorry. I had to like stay quiet there. I had to let Never Let Me Go focus. I was focusing. Oh man. Just wanted to mention this is an incredible losers semis match. This is so close. All right, TSD coming in from Kuroto. It skims out, gets the double quad. Never Let Me Go has a hesitation there, and those hesitations are just as deadly as misdrops at times because. Oh my god, yeah. Because things like that can happen, right? Yeah, another point to Kuroto there. TKI versus the six spin. The six spin. I sound like a 75-year-old saying the Google, you know? I'm so old, guys. I'm so old. While I was lamenting my age, Kuroto, you know, casual 200 APM. Just regularly scheduled programming. Alright. Kuroto does not have this next PC. Tries to freestyle something, doesn't quite find the solution. Ooh, Never Let Me Go. Playing with fire. I love that T-spin to cancel. That was masterful. Finds the TSD at the end there too. That Z-prop is not going to work out. It's just not going to work out. It's not going to work out. It's not going to work out. It's working out so much better than it deserves to. Why did it work out? Why did it work out? Why did it work out? Okay, okay. I think if I were less critical about it, it would have worked out. I think I was just being mean, and that cost them the win. Maybe if I weren't such a meanie pants, then it would be 8-4 rather than 4-8. But alas, I'm feeling devious today, so nobody's safe. Alright, T-spin single donation coming in from Kuroto. Never Let Me Go has this nice back-to-back. Just getting through all this garbage with T-spin after T-spin. Finds that they have to skim, but they get a multiplier, so it's not the end of the world. That eyepiece misdrop may spell trouble. Oh no! Oh no! This is what I mean with misdrops being just as deadly as sorry, with hesitations being as deadly as misdrops. Like, that would have worked if it were faster. The Z-spin triple kick was like absolutely the way out. Anyway, moving on here. Yeah, so a lot coming in from Kuroto. I think they're just gonna win off of this, yeah. So what happened there was Never Let Me Go had to make a bit of a recalculation because they noticed that the LP's placement was going to cover the garbage, but I think they did that without realizing that it was actually fine to place it there. It wasn't great, obviously, but the recalculation they made was not better, unfortunately. So yeah, I've been there. That being said, they're not out of this yet. Pressure coming in from Kuroto, but Never Let Me Go has the response. In fact, they're on the... What is the opposite of the back foot? Can you say they're on the front foot? Do people say that? That doesn't really sound... Sorry, anyway. Yeah, Kuroto on the ropes here. But Never Let Me Go has to break the back-to-back. Has the multiplier to find their way out, though. And that's... Oh my god, how did they find the way out? That is really unfortunate for Never Let Me Go, honestly. Like that should have been their round. But because of that hesitation, just could not find it, and they are forced to play. Ooh. Oh. In a perfect world, that would have worked out to be a TD, but yeah. Oh man, that's gonna be it. Oh my goodness. I'm sorry. I'm like I'm having trouble commentating on these, like this particular matchup, because it's so nail bitingly close at any point, right? Like, oh my gosh. But yeah, that's Never Let Me Go's run. Kuroto now getting to take a crack at Coldless. Let's see how this pans out. Oh my goodness. I believe we saw this match earlier. I'm kidding. I need to stop saying that. We absolutely did not see this match earlier. Yeah, no, never mind. But yeah. The winner of this match will be facing off against Shark in Grands. Exciting stuff on the horizon here. You know what else is on the horizon? The sun. And you know what that means? It's Daybreak. That's right. This week we're doing Daybreak, a celebration in honor of Radiant 100. 100 Radiants. We've got so much going on this week. So many fun things. I hope you'll join us. And yeah, it all culminates in Radiant 100, which is a major tournament. It's badged. There's a prize pool, which Elm Finish has so kindly put in the chat for us. So feel free to donate. And support the players. There's going to be a lot of very formidable players in this bracket. So hope you guys are excited for that. But speaking of formidable players, one has just entered the lobby. Coldless versus Kuroto. Going to be getting into the match very shortly. By which I mean we're going to be getting into the warm-up very shortly, which is not the match. Okay, honestly, I got confused as to who is on which side, because Kuroto was doing a lot of plays that I feel like I see from Coldless, and vice versa. Very interesting. Anyway, Coldless building up this brutal back-to-back chain. And going to close it out. In 38 seconds and 483 milliseconds, in case anyone was curious about that. Anyway, first to 11. Oh boy. Rough start from Coldless. That's okay though. It's not actually that bad. Just kidding. It's quite bad. It's quite bad. It's we're suffering. We're suffering. We're suffering. It's fine. It's okay. That was the warm up. The one that we called the warm up was the warm up for the warm up. Okay, Coldless has a. Oh my god. I'm sorry. I feel like I should not be as mind blown as I was on that LP skim. That was really cool. I was just about to comment on how like it's really hard to get out of that cleanly, but proving me wrong. Coldless implicitly saying that I need to to brush up on my downstack vision because oh boy, or my skim vision rather. But yeah, 1-1 here. Kuroto has a very aesthetically pleasing stack here, but Coldless with a multiplier to force Kuroto out of it. All right. Ooh. Yeah, unfortunately, doing a T-spin with a J piece doesn't always yield the best results. However, in Coldless's case, it yields incredible results because they just won that round with 200 APM. So, yeah, just a very good recovery from that misdrop. We're gonna have to see it again here because that's certainly a misdrop. They almost skimmed into a TST setup there, but they probably saw it too. But I can totally understand not wanting to go for that. Has a nice stack here to pour on some back-to-back, but Kuroto overall has the better stack, I would say. But yeah, Coldless finds a way out of that kind of uneven situation. Has the double quad. Gonna try to go into a cut copy here. Yeah, finds it. Meanwhile, Kuroto on the defense here, trying to find a way down. Back-to-back 8, back-to-back 9, 10, 11 coming in from Coldless. That's going to be devastating. Another point. All right. Kuroto doing a T-spin with a Z-piece. Another not very recommendable activity. All right, let's see. Yeah, Coldless has his back-to-back going. Gonna have to skim out of it though. Yeah, just doesn't quite have the height difference to maintain that, unfortunately. And Kuroto now in a position to pressure, especially given all these skims that Coldless is forced to take. They're not even really combos, just kind of empty skims to try to fix the board state. 15 back-to-back from Kuroto, but yeah, has to break it as soon as I say that. And here it is from Coldless. Let's see it. Just the juiciest stack. Oh yeah. Has a bit of a mishap there, but finds the way out. But Kuroto living that somehow? Has the downstack? Needs to cycle to this eyepiece. I mean, yeah, Coldless doesn't have anything. It's completely... Yeah, wow. Oh my gosh. The table's completely turned there. Excellent counterattack from Kuroto. Very well played. Alright. TKI start from both, I think that was? But... yeah, let's see. Okay, quick combo down from Kuroto, and Coldless does not like that, no. Oh man. He said, how dare you break your back-to-back. We had a good rally going. Playing a bit of tennis. Badminton even, anyway. Alright, TSS coming in from Kuroto, gonna get that double quad. Meanwhile, Coldless trying to find this, Oh yeah, there it is. Oh yes, there it is. But Kuroto has a... No, no. Did not quite have the way out. Oh my gosh. That was about 35, 37 into another back-to-back T-spin. That was 2 boards worth of garbage in the blink of an eye. Coldless just barely finding that opener continuation in the nick of time. At the PPS disadvantage, but Kuroto, yeah, just does not have a way to deal with that L misdrop, unfortunately. Coldless widening the gap. Alright. Coldless finds a quick multiplier in the opening phase here. Meanwhile, Kuroto looking for a way to continue this back-to-back, gonna build up an STSD. Meanwhile, Coldless trying to skim down, trying to fix the board state, wants to get some pressure going of their own. And yeah, there it is. Kuroto on the ropes here. Does not have the combo down. 2-7. Looking dicey for Kuroto here. Needs to find some answers, and fast. Alright, Coldless with a bit of a slow start here. But immediate conversion, very well played. Has a misdrop though. Let's see if Kuroto can punish that. Not really. Yeah, and with that S-piece misdrop, just gonna dive further into skim hell. Yeah, Coldless has some quick pressure to punish that. 2-8. Quite a win streak going for Coldless here. Is this it? Are they gonna just close it out 2-11? Got a lot of momentum going here. Oh yeah, oh my gosh. What even happened there? Kuroto finds the impossible burst, I guess? I don't know. Maybe there was lag, I didn't quite see. Anyway. Kuroto overstacking on top of that garbage. It's not going to matter too much though, because Coldless doesn't really have a way to punish that. And yeah, with those kind of unfortunate placements, we're back to even here. Those are the T-spin single, I respect that. Kuroto has an LP spin drop at the worst time. That's a big spike coming in from Coldless, but finds a quick solution. Meanwhile, Coldless finds a nice little down stack with that T-spin single to boot. Has the incomplete TST, but oh my god, it took forever. Yeah, just soft drop that S-piece at the wrong time, and as I said, those hesitations are just as devastating as misdrops. Alright, TKI double here, but Cold has a bit of a misdrop early on, finds the way out. Not quite out of the weeds yet, I will say, but Kuroto does not have that T-piece. It's just not coming. Had to waste it for the stack, and it was just not... Yeah, was in no position to tank a spike of that size. A spike of any size, really. Alright, double PC coming in from Kuroto. Gonna go for the third. Doesn't quite have it. Extra Z piece. Third is you gotta DPC that. 4-9 here. I think Coldless just had some unfortunate misdrops at the top there. It happens. Still a very commanding lead, though. Like, yeah, and that's match point. Chris with a with an early GG in the chat. It's okay. It happens. Oh my... I'm sorry. I once again nerding out over Kuroto's like movement. So good. Oh yeah, that's a lot of pressure coming in. Cold has... Like, that was not a bad down stack, but it's just not enough. I mean, unrelenting pressure. 5-10. Coldless just needs one more to close this out. Yeah, Kuroto's sticking to the guns. It worked last time. Let's see it happen again. Cold just barely finds that down stack. Yikes. Not having the TPs to resolve that was very unfortunate, but has just the right pieces to make it down. Kuroto, meanwhile, trying to keep this back-to-back going, has to break, unfortunately. Meanwhile, Coldless finds a quick spike. Bit of a J-piece misdrop, going to be forced to skim after that. And that's a big multiplier coming in from Kuroto. Strangely even match here. I think they've both kind of had some unfortunate placements, and oh my goodness, 11 combo, excuse me? But Kuroto finds the way out somehow? No, they're not quite out yet, actually. Don't let me speak too soon. Oh, yeah, that's it. They had the way out of the combo itself, but when it came to the pressure afterwards, no response. GG's to Kuroto. An incredible run, to be sure. But yeah, that's going to take us to Grands. We see the siblings face off once more. Very exciting match. Yeah, really curious to see how this plays out. I believe it was 11-6 in their winners finals show off. Show off? Showdown. Face off. I tried to say face off and showdown in the same breath and did not work out too well. But despite that score differential, it was a nail biter. I mean, yeah, Seed 1 versus Seed 2. I feel like Coldless has just only been improving lately, but I mean the same can be said about Flying Diarrhea. They've both, they've both really. I feel like they've kind of found their playstyles a lot in the past couple of months or so. Even still, I feel like Cold has a way to go. I feel like they're. I mean, obviously they're an extremely solid player, but I really do mean it when I say that I see them going toe-to-toe with Vince, because they have just such similar skill sets. But for now, we have this version of Cold and this version of Flying Diarrhea. Yeah. 200 APM warm-up here, of course. Old finding just the most clutch down stacks. Yeah, just some amazing down stack decisions. And somehow 200 APM is not enough to outpressure that. But with that spike, I think that might be it. Yeah. Has a nice combo, but it's not quite going to be enough against 12 back-to-back. Very excited to see how this plays out. I'm gonna put 10 on Coldless. In fact, I'm gonna put more than 10. I'm gonna put 50. I'm feeling daring today. I think they could pull it out. That's just me. I believe. All right. Just explosive start. I mean, Flying Diarrhea had a really bad J-piece misdrop to deal with there, and Cold, yeah, capitalized like crazy. All right, bit of a misdrop from Cold this round. Ooh. That's unfortunate. I think if they had gone faster, they might have had the way out. It might have already they might have already been sent too much by the time they got to that position, but yeah. Tons of pressure coming in from Shark. Getting into the next match here. T-spin single donations from Flying Diarrhea. Gonna try to count to 4, I believe. Yeah, looks like it. Nice little Shishiku train coming in from Coldless. Breaks out of the back-to-back after that. Totally understandable. I keep saying totally understandable, like like they're sorry for having to break back-to-back. Like this is just part of the game, Deep. Please. You just have to do that sometimes, right? Anyway, Flying Diarrhea not at all heeding my words, continuing that crazy back-to-back double-digit chain at the end there. All right, Coldest with a nice 2-7 LST. Flying Diarrhea has the board state. The board state. Just kidding. They kind of have to skim down. It's okay though. But Cold still has. That sucks. Like, I feel you. Like they wanted that. Oh, but they find a way to continue it. It's not super clean, but if they can find a way to count to 4 here. Oh yeah, I mean, the height difference is still not great, but oh my god, no, this is working out. 23-24 back-to-back. It is not often you see that level of back-to-back in a tournament. 26 at the end there. Over 1 APP, very well played. Yeah, absolutely the right move there to continue fishing for that back-to-back continuation. Like, it worked out so well. At a certain point, I feel like this is like what the best of the best kind of have to do sometimes. Like Dia plays like this, right? They will just, get the sickest back-to-back and, continue it in places where, like, in the moment, it's probably not the right stacking decision, but from a macro perspective, yeah, absolutely works out. And Coldless did precisely that there. Yeah, some more very efficient, calculated gameplay from Cold there. Very well done. 3-2. It's the 50 channel points, right? That's why they're in the lead here. Right, Cold skims out of the T-spin there. Doesn't fish for the J piece. Gonna probably skim after this. Yeah, this is rough. They're gonna have to find a way out of this quickly. Meanwhile, Flying Diarrhea with a misdrop actually. So it's gonna put a stop to their pressure for at least a little bit. Yeah, now Coldest the one on the front foot? Did people say that? No, I'm sorry. Cold having to break. I mean, they find a multiplier out of it, which is good, but I mean, yeah, it's ultimately ends up being kind of a weak continuation. And in the face of 193 APM, I mean, kind of difficult to deal with. TKI misdrop from Coldless there. Flying Diarrhea doesn't really have an immediate punish. But with that Z-piece misdrop, might spell trouble. Let's see. Oh yeah, okay. Big fan of how Coldless had the reaction time to kind of recognize that they were not going to get that count to 4, and oh man. Yeah. They were absolutely rewarded for it with that big 20 spike. 4-3. Fast, clean gameplay from both. Pulled with these. Honestly, I feel like I tend to praise Flying Diarrhea for their ability to convert, but like Cold has been absolutely killing it with the conversions as well. Just finding good solutions in kind of tough situations, not letting it slow them down. Ooh, that big spike might slow them down though. Gonna find a way out. Yeah. And Flying Diarrhea has to skim. Yeah, just not the strongest board from Flying Diarrhea, so they're not going to be able to kill off of this. Cold is going to waste the eyepiece, but finds a combo down, so it's actually a pretty strong attack overall. Flying Diarrhea has a bit of cheese to work through. Cold is going to continue this pressure. Finds a nice little donation. Going to waste another eyepiece, which I don't know. This is risky, and with this board state, I don't know. Might have been the wrong move. Let's see how Coldless recovers from this. Meanwhile, Flying Diarrhea trying to put on pressure. Actually, no. Decides to cancel out of it. Relatively careful play from both here. Again, choosing their positions, knowing that there's... You know... This is Grands after all. Coldless wants that reset. And yeah, Flying Diarrhea has... Oh man, they both have some misdrops, actually. Okay, Cold finds a multiplier out of it. Flying Diarrhea kind of stuck at the bottom. Finds that T-spin solved just in the nick of time. Has a multiplier to follow up, but Coldless has a lot of pressure. Oh my goodness, 10, 11, 12, 13 back-to-back. Flying Diarrhea going to continue to try to play defensively. And yeah, Coldless has to break out. This is Flying Diarrhea's chance to kind of put on some pressure here. Finds a big 12 combo, and that's going to do it. Not too common that you see a non-multiplier downstack finish the job, but I mean, that's how it plays out sometimes. A bit of Ren gaming, as it were. Alrighty. Clean board from Coldless. As I say, that has to skim out, but yeah, finds a nice little count to 4. That wasn't even a count to 4. That was just a quad. I'm sorry. I like that the float into the S prop was very, very, very clean from Cold. That being said, it doesn't work out because they were slow, so. Oh well. Flying Diarrhea back in the lead. Alrighty. Ooh, missing that S-spin, that's probably going to be fatal. Yeah. Well, not quite actually. They do get the eyepiece at the right time. But with with that incoming pressure, yeah. Nearly 200 APM from Cold at the end. All tied up once again. TKI versus TKI. Deep 4M Thoughts sheds a single tear of joy. I love Flat Top. Alright, nice little donation from Cold there. Flying Diarrhea keeping this back-to-back going. Probably going to continue it for at least a couple more. Oh yeah. Finds the skim there. Ah! Cold! No! You had a way out, buddy. You had a way out. You had a way out, and it would have given you a T-spin. Oh man. It's okay. It's okay. It's fine. It's fine. I'm not mad or anything. It's like whatever. I don't even care. Okay, thank you for winning the next match. Yeah, this is such a ridiculously close match. Cold is playing very well here. Flying Diary is not playing poorly, it's just, I mean... Yeah, Coldus is just really making good use of the, you know, of their back-to-back pressure and their quick conversions. Flying Diarrhea finds a spin there to get the T-spin. That was an STSD from Coldless, gonna find their way down into the garbage. Couple of parapets into an STSD once more. Counting to 4. Love to see it, very clean. Probably gonna have to break very soon here. Just not enough eyepieces to keep up with that 1-8 stack. Flying Diarrhea, ooh, bit of a miscalculation there. Has to skim down through that eyepiece. This T-spin might just seal it. It's not quite enough. It's not fast enough. A bit of lag there, possibly? I think it was just a smidge. Anyway. Alright. Flying Diarrhea finds the count to 4. Meanwhile, Coldless, some back-to-back of their own. Back-to-back 10, 11, 12 coming in soon. Possibly going to have to break soon. I stand corrected. They're going to keep this going. Flying Diarrhea building a back-to-back of their own, but... Oh yeah. And Coldless having to break is going to be pretty tough. Flying Diarrhea. Oh yeah. Oh my goodness. The conversion, the combo, the combo, the combo, the misdrop. Everything is happening. Oh my god. Oh my god. That was so entertaining to watch. What a yeah, Flying Diarrhea takes it in the end there, but oh my goodness, what a series of plays there by both players. Oh my gosh. Very high octane here. Oh, TP misdrop from Flying Diarrhea. This could be brutal, especially with this clean garbage for Coldless. Has a perfect LST. Gonna keep it going with that mini. Has to skim out now, but I mean, Flying Diarrhea doesn't have a great board either. Finds a very quick series of skims to get out of it. Very well played. Coldless finds a series of skims as well, but they're just not as clean. Finds the clean solution in the end. Flying Diarrhea trying to build up this back-to-back now, looking for that L piece. It's not coming. Finds it in the end. Nice combo coming in from Coldless. And just in the nick of time finding that I piece. Very well played. But 11 back-to-back from Flying Diarrhea. This could be brutal, that donation to keep it going. But Coldless has back-to-back of their own. Having to waste that T-piece in the stack might set them back a little bit. Yeah, they're going to have to break there. I think that was the right move, but... Oh man. Yeah. 200 APM pressure, 1 minute into the round. 6-8. PT Cannon versus MS2. Or, yeah, I think that was MS2. That eyepiece misdrop is not gonna... That's gonna spell trouble. We get the nice score to, you know, as consolation. Nice score, but not a nice way of getting to that score. That's a lot of opener pressure from Coldless. Let's see how Flying Diarrhea handles it. Goes for that T-piece overhang. Works out. I mean, yeah. And Coldless just does not have the T-piece in time. 4 PPS, 265 APM. 6-10. This is match point. Flying Diarrhea could take it all right now. Or will Coldless get the reset? Find out next time. Just kidding. We're gonna find out right now, actually. Well, not necessarily right now. But soon. Alright, this is good back-to-back from Coldless. Having to waste quite a few T-pieces. Gonna go and continue with the mini. Has a Chiton that doesn't clear any lines. A little dicey. That's a little dicey as well. But Flying Diarrhea doesn't have much to capitalize. TST coming in from Coldless. Skims into a TSD. Oh, I love that. I love that. Hello. Yeah, very, very good sequence there. Alright. Let's see, back to a relatively even state. Flying Diarrhea has this... Oh my gosh. Wow, yeah. That ended so quickly! Oh my goodness. That fractal was absolutely devastating. And Flying Diarrhea is your Stratosphere 94 champion. GG's. Wow. Yeah, no bracket reset today, but Cold played very, very well. But yeah, in the end, everything goes according to script. And Seed 1 does in fact beat Seed 2. Yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed Stratosphere 94. It was a blast getting to commentate for you guys on Deep 4AM Thoughts. If you enjoyed listening to my voice, we do have some more stuff planned this week. We're going to be doing a fight night tomorrow. We have a couple of party games the couple days after, and then we have an Q&A on Thursday. And then it all culminates with Radiant 100 on Friday, which is going to be a major badge tournament. Be sure to join the Discord if you want updates on that, or if you'd like to join yourself, take a crack at the badges. But yeah, now that we've reached the end of the stream, as I've been mentioning periodically throughout the tournament, we are doing a raffle. If you haven't done so already, this is your last chance to put Haven in the chat if you'd like a chance at winning the keychain. If we could get that shown off on stream, that would be great. It's a very pretty keychain. And yeah, it could be yours if you, for the low price of typing 5 letters in the chat. Yeah, so get your entries in the chat now, and we will be selecting the winner very shortly here. And there we go. Tragic_umbrella. Congratulations. That beautiful keychain is soon to be yours. Be sure to reach out to Flower or Sketchy, and they will get the shipping information confirmed so that you can enjoy your keychain. Congrats. But yeah, if you didn't win today, that is... Actually, are we doing more raffles? I don't remember. I'm not sure. Right. Yeah. So if you didn't win today, that's fine. You can catch... As I said, we have a lot of fun and exciting streams going on for Daybreak Week. So if you happen to catch any of those, you have a chance to get one of these keychains for yourself. And yeah, if not, you always have the chance to buy one for your own. As it says on the screen there, it's $10 each plus shipping. They're very cute keychains. It's a you can see in the right picture there more clearly. There's this like kind of holographic effect with the cherry blossoms, which I think is very cute. Yeah. I don't know. I don't have anything more to shout out, really. Thanks again for watching. Thank you so much, Cowbow. Means a lot coming from you. All right, go say hello to Fearox. They're doing they're grinding mystery mode, endless mystery mode. They have a redeem in the chat where you can make them do wacky stuff. I made them do a DTD cannon the other day, and they got it like surprisingly quickly. Fearox is a very skilled player, so be sure to send them some love. Thank you again for watching.